Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About Clutter. I'm your host, Margo, a professional organizer specializing in chronic clutter. And as you all know, the new year is just around the corner. I cannot believe it's already like 2026. So if you are like most people and you make New Year's resolutions, and one of them is to achieve that well-organized, clutter-free home that you have been dreaming about, today's episode is for you. We're going to make our New Year's resolution a little different this year because I want every single one of you to not feel overwhelmed, to not feel stressed, and to set yourself up for success, which is why you don't need big plans. You don't need to schedule to declutter and organize your home 5 days a week. Out with all of that, right? That's so overwhelming and we just don't want it. What you need are 3 very simple rules. So let's start with rule number 1, and it is low stress, low overwhelm, and it is to simply commit to purging 1 item a day. Yes, 1 random item in any room of your home, and you can simply follow my spot and toss method, which I absolutely love. And what that means is, again, no strategy, no big plans. All you got to do is when you spot an item that doesn't belong, that you don't love, that you don't need, instead of putting it back where you found it, get rid of it. So here's some examples. Let's say you are sitting on your couch and you are watching the new season of Stranger Things. By the way, I am absolutely obsessed. I just watched the first 4 episodes of season 5 and I cannot wait for the next 4 to drop. Anyway, so let's say you are enjoying watching a show on Netflix with your loved ones, and you turn to the left and you look at your bookshelf and you see a burnt out candle, and you've probably seen this burnt out candle hundreds of times as you walk past your living room, yet you keep leaving it on your shelf. Don't feel bad. We've all been there. So January 1st, 2026, it all changes. When you spot an item like that, instead of letting it be, letting it to continue to live in your home and not pay rent, get up, grab it, and throw it in the trash. And the same applies to anything around your home. You are getting ready in the morning, you're putting on your makeup, and you encounter an old mascara. And that, what do? We naturally just drop it back where we found it. There's a new you in 2026. So instead of putting that mascara back, you're going to throw it out. The same applies to hair products, lotions, you name it. Same thing. You're in the bathroom, you're brushing your teeth, you pop open that medicine cabinet, and there you find an old razor. Probably you only used it once and it completely cut up your legs. I don't know about you, but I've had that happen to me. Anyways, again, instead of leaving it there, trash it. So you are just committing in 2026, you are committing to tossing 1 item a day. And what you will find, because some of you are going to be like, well, Margo, that's only 365 items a year. That's not a lot. First of all, it's 365 items more than you've tossed so far. I'm just saying. Secondly, what you'll find, and I work with clients all over the world and they all practice the spot and toss method. And what you will notice with this random 1 item a day is 1 item becomes 3 items, becomes 5 items a day, sometimes 10, and sometimes may turn into an atomic decluttering session. I do not love huge New Year's resolutions goals. To be honest with you, I don't like New Year's resolutions at all. I think that if we want to achieve something, we should start today because it's a Tuesday. But I know that a lot of people feel comforted in kind of having a fresh start. So that is perfectly fine. But what happens is that when we start to make goals, and maybe you've made exercise goals in the past and you're like, I'm going to exercise 5 days a week. And maybe the first week you exercise 5 days, and then it's 4, and then it's 3, and then it's none. So I actually work the complete opposite way. And I love to set simple goals because what these are, they're actually micro habits. And what happens is, it's incredibly hard, by the way, to build a habit, just a new habit, and get rid of an old one. But when your new habit is such a low lift, such as 1 item a day, you know, come speak to me in 30, 60, 90 days. And you're going to be like, Margo, I got rid of 1,200 items in my house and it's only been 2 months. I'm just saying. So give it a try. Don't knock it till you try it, ladies. All right, let's move on to rule number 2. And it is a rule I live by. And you've probably heard me talk about it a lot. And it is seamless, low stress, low overwhelm. And it is the 1 in, 1 out rule. So what that means is anytime you purchase or you bring something new into your home, even if you need it, you get rid of a similar existing item. So for example, you bought a new pair of jeans. When you bring them home, you get rid of an existing pair of jeans. When you went out and bought a cute new mug from Home Goods, don't just bring it back and add it to your already existing collection of 20. Instead, part with 1 mug. So it's 1 in, 1 out. Now, something interesting. When I first started my decluttering journey 10 years ago, I was atomic. I was ruthless. And yes, I made a lot of mistakes. Nonetheless, I don't regret any of them because I achieved the clutter-free home that I love, and I'm not a minimalist. With that said, when I started this 1 in, 1 out rule, when I heard it, I actually would do 1 in and like 5 out, 1 in and 3 out, 1 in and 4 out. Now, I currently don't own that much stuff. So while I will do 1 in, 1 out, and to be honest, the only reason I will buy something is because the existing item is either broken or doesn't fit or whatever it is, but I need to get rid of it anyways. But how beautiful is this? You know, you go shopping, you buy something, you come home and you train your brain through this one very, very simple micro habit. And when you bring something in, something automatically comes out. And this is a beautiful way to declutter, especially if you're doing 1 in, 2 out, 1 in, 3 out. And it's also a beautiful way to teach yourself to maintain a clutter-free home in the future. So I hope that that's not stressful. And now let's move on to number 3. And number 3 will sting just a little bit, but this is the best time to do it. And it is starting January 1st for the first 60 days. So that's January and February. Stop buying wants. Focus on your needs. Buy food, buy cleaning supplies if you've run out, buy the things that you need for your home to function, for life to be wonderful, for your kids to be fed. Do not buy any needs. One of the worst things that we can do when we are trying to achieve a clutter-free, clean, and well-organized home is to, as we are purging, bring in more stuff. And then I'll have clients that just start working with me in the beginning and they're like, Margo, I don't understand. I keep decluttering, a little bit. And yet, I still have so much stuff. And I was like, okay, how are your shopping habits? Like, oh, well, I went to Marshall's. And it's like, well, I'm going to stop you right there. So what I'm saying is just for the first 60 days, commit to shopping for needs, not for wants. And why do I say that this is the best time to do it? It's because you probably went over budget on all of your holiday shopping in October, November, and December. So it's kind of nice to give your bank account a little break. Okay. So commit to not buying wants for just 60 days. And you are going to feel empowered. You're going to feel in control. You're going to feel great. You're not going to feel broke. And also you're going to start to see progress in your home. So that's it, right? No crazy New Year's resolutions of, going room to room and spending hours decluttering your home. 3 simple rules. Declutter 1 item a day through the spot and toss method, the 1 in, 1 out rule, and do not shop. Do not impulse shop. Do not shop for want for the first 60 days. And of course, if you're looking for accountability and support, you can always hire me as your coach. I will leave the link in the show notes. Thank you so much for listening. As always, good luck on your decluttering journey, and remember to be good to yourself.